So up to this point, we have talked about different ways in which you can use a CMA and different ways in which you find values for a property. We have talked about pulling comps and how important it is to pull the most comparable property to be able to find the value for the property that you're searching for. We have discussed making adjustments and how bedroom and bathroom counts and different things can be adjusted to try to find the true value of your property. We have also discussed different ways and how you use a CMA in a listing presentation and how it sets you apart and makes you the professional. Today, we're going to talk about different ways in which you can use the CMA for prospecting to help you to actually gain the business that you would like to move forward. So some of the things that you need to know, one of the biggest questions that clients ask is, what is my house worth? And you have the answer to that question that everybody wants to know. Just what do you think I could get for my house? That's a very common question that I get asked for by people all the time. But one of the things that you've got to do and when you're thinking of prospecting is get the information out there to the potential clients that you have the answer. If you can let the clients know that you have the answers that they're looking for and your potential clients know who to contact to find out who they can get or how much they can get for their home, they'll know who to call. So one of our biggest things when we're going to think about prospecting and using the CMA is we're going to think about, how can I let people know that I have the answer to the question? So of course, one of the big things that we can do a lot of times that we don't do, but we get caught up in, is a landing page. And if you're not familiar with a landing page, it is basically a page in which you go to a website and you ask for information. In return, it asks you to fill out your information. So in other words, you could click on the link, what is your home worth? And it would ask you for your name, your address, maybe some information about the house, your email, and your phone number so the agent can get back to you. When you do, that information would be sent directly to the agent. Some of the landing pages can be sent where they get a quick response, and some and most are going to be sent where you can create a CMA and send it to that client after they completed their landing pages. A landing page is a great way to collect leads. It's a great opportunity. If people are asking what their home is worth, they may be thinking about selling it. And that resource gives you all the information that you need to complete a CMA for that person. Two sites, and there are many, many different sites that you can use to create a landing page, but one is lead pages. Lead pages are very simple to use. It's really easy to create the site. Another one, if you have an Agent Crate account, it will create a landing page for you. Just be sure to keep up with how long it is active. It's usually active for about 3 months. So you want to check that. But the Agent Crate will help you. It is included with your subscription if you use Agent Crate. And then you can just Google landing pages and you'll see that there are hundreds of different places in which you can purchase these. And most of them are very easy to use. So that is one easy way in which you can generate fast leads. Another one, of course, is social media. An ad on your page or an ad on Facebook is a great opportunity. An ad is not just a post, but it is actually an algorithm in which Facebook determines who may be interested in what you're selling. So if you place an ad and somebody is searching, what is my home worth? And then they go on social media, your ad could pop in front of them. Your ad could also be created like a landing page where when they fill it out, the information will come to you so you can come back to them later and tell them what your home is worth. You also could make a video. Do videos of houses showing how you can determine values and different ways in which you educate your clients on different ways that you set yourself apart by doing a lot of research to determine the true value of your home. And you can place those ads on social media and maybe pick up some leads from those. Also, when you're doing these top leads on social media, think outside the box. Don't just think, What can I do? Let's post an ad out here to say what my home is worth. Get localized. Think about your clients that you're trying to reach and post ads that will attract those clients. For instance, if you're looking to pick up sellers or buyers in the city of Gardendale, you could post something that says, get the inside scoop on Gardendale home values. And that way, that client may know that you know how to determine the value of a home in Gardendale. So it would be localized to them, which might make them more likely to fill out your information because you're in an area that they know that you may know the answer to. So when you're thinking a few other ideas, a lot of us are afraid of the Zestimate, but don't be afraid of a Zestimate. Let's go in when you're pulling a CMA and see what the Zestimate says and see if your value comes up different than the Zestimate, and then be able to answer why. Why do you think the house is worth more or less than the Zestimate? So you may want to do a post. Do you want a free second opinion of the value of your home? Is your Zestimate correct? Maybe it's just enough that they've pulled that Zestimate and they're not sure, or the Zestimate might be enough to make them think about selling, but they don't know if they trust a computer. So they could get a second opinion from you on the true value of their home. So think outside of the box and don't be afraid to use the resources that are already out there. Another one that you can ask is, has the price in Gardendale gone up or down? And maybe do a cute post with the houses being small or large. Is the value in your Gardendale home growing or shrinking? Things like this may be more localized and may get people to click on the ad a little bit quicker because they're cutesy, but they're also what they really want to know. They want to know, is the value of their house going up or down? And so don't be afraid to think outside of the box and do some posts that you can go back to a client with a really good CMA and show that you are the professional in the area. Also, let's talk a little bit about farming when it comes to a CMA. The important thing to remember when it comes to farming is that it takes time. You must be consistent. You're not very likely to farm an area one time and pick up a bunch of buyers or sellers. Maybe, but not likely. It's more likely that you are consistently working on that client. So one of the things that I would do if I wanted to farm an area, the very first thing I might do is what we call a quick and dirty CMA. Not a lot of research on each and every property, but enough research to have a range of what the value of their home may be. And then you want to present them with a short and condensed CMA. You don't want to give them all the information. If you give them all the information, they'll have no reason to call you. But maybe a cover page and a personalized cover letter. And that personalized cover letter needs a call to action. That call to action needs to be them reaching out to you to get a full CMA. One of the things that you may say on there is, I can't determine the full value of your house without seeing your home. If you would like to schedule an appointment for a free CMA, call me today and I'll come by and take a look at your home and give you a true value of your home. That gives them a call to action and a reason why that an actual meeting with you, an appointment with you, may change the value more than the range that you've given them. You want to tell them a little bit about you in that CMA so that they'll know why they can trust you and why they should call you. You also want to give them some property status types and explanations of the CMA relevance. You want to let them know what's going on and that you understand what's going on in the community. You also want to pull some actual comps, but don't give them the 3 listed and 3 sold as we do in a full CMA, but maybe give them 1 or 2 pages of comps and maybe 1 or 2 photos of each comp. And let them know that they can reach out to you to get the full detail of the prices of the homes that have sold and all the pictures so that they know all about the house. But let them know to get the full CMA, they're going to have to reach out to you. You also may want to give them a local market summary. What's going on in the market right now? Is the market going up, down? How many houses? How much inventory do we have? How long is it taking to sell a house? That kind of information is enough to intrigue them to let them know that they may be able to sell their home. Efficiently showcase your CMA in a concise presentation. Make sure that it's concise enough that it gives them enough information that they're going to come back to you to try to get more, but not so much information that they don't need to call you. One of the big things you need to do is pick your community. You probably only want to choose about 5 homes to start with. One of the things you can do is if you want to pull past expireds, maybe you want to pull homes that they purchased a certain amount of time ago, people who bought 5 or 10 years ago. But pick your parameters and then pull those, start with 5 and do 5 CMAs, the quick and dirty CMAs. Deliver them, mail them, maybe put a sticky note on them that says, if you want a true evaluation, give me a call. My favorite one in a local community here, if they bought or sold 10 years ago, they probably are sitting on $100,000 equity in their house if they haven't refinanced. So what a great sticky note to put on a house. You may have $100,000 in equity. Want to know? Give me a call. Wouldn't that intrigue you enough to pick up the phone and call to see what your house is worth if you were thinking about selling anyway? So those are great, great tactics that you can do to use that CMA and go ahead and give them something, just a little something to show that you're the professional. And what I would do is I would create me a book of 10 different pages. So the first 5, I would give that to this week. And then next week, the consistency is so important. So the trick is being very repetitive. So the 5 that I give the CMA to this week, next week, I may send them a newsletter or a postcard or a calendar. And after that, I'm going to put them on a monthly cycle where they're getting something from me every month. And every week, I'm going to increase that by 5 and do 5 more CMAs until I've done a CMA for every home in the community that I wanted to do a CMA for. And once I've done that in about 6 months, I'm probably going to start over and do a new CMA and say, I've done a CMA for you in the past, and I just wanted you to see if your house had gone up or down in the last 6 months. So here's some new information with new homes that are sold. You also can just do that. Just send them homes that are sold or listed in their community to let them know what's going on so that you stay in touch with them every week or every month. The more you stay in touch with somebody when you're farming a community, the more likely that you are to get listings in that community and grow. Like I said, the trick to farming, like we know, it takes a long time to reap a crop. And a lot of nurturing to get that crop to grow. And that is why it's called farming. But a lot of times it's a great payoff. And the best way or great way to begin that is by doing CMAs and following up with those clients with the CMAs. Another idea that you may have, that you may want to use is if you are working, why not go to a coffee shop to work? Get you a sign, tape it to the back of your laptop, and just ask, would you like to know what your home is worth while you wait for coffee? And then have some information sheets and be able to pull a quick and dirty CMA for somebody quickly who might want to sit down with you and have a cup of coffee. Ask them, say, would you like me, just give me your address and a few details about your house. And then you can pull it quick and dirty and say, it looks here like your house ranges from $100,000 to $120,000. Does that sound right to you? Would you like some more detail? And I would tell them, of course, I cannot give you a true value of your house without seeing it and getting more information. But you would be surprised. You may pick somebody up who just went in to get a cup of coffee who was actually thinking about selling their house. You may get a lot of interest, and you are telling people, you're talking to people about real estate, and you don't have to initiate the conversation, because I know that's some of the things that make some people nervous. So I would love for some of you to go out and try that. I would love for some of you to reach back and tell me if you had any success with it. You don't have to do a pink sign. You can make your sign say anything you want. Just let them know that you are there, available, laptop ready, and that you can give them a quick value of their home. And hopefully somebody will reach out to you and you can pick up some contacts and some leads there. I hope all this information was helpful to you. I hope you will use it to try to get some prospects and get out there and let's get some listings. Thanks. Have a good day.